My name is Linden Thorp. Maybe I've met you before. I'm the host of this campaign, which is called Escape the 9 to 5 Grind. Okay, and today is event 3. And the title of the event today is rather interesting. The title is, "You May Think You're Just Like Everyone Else, Another Conspiracy." So it's a deliberately provocative title because I want to discuss with you today the fact that you are unique. You are all unique. We are all unique. And that's going to be the theme of today. And I'm in a position to guide you to market your uniqueness and escape the 9 to 5 grind, get financial mastery with the anti-9 to 5 income plan, and with the help of my partner, Michael Cheney, multimillionaire, you can be in a position to lead your ideal life. So before we get started, I'd like you to think for a moment about that, about your ideal life. What do you want? How do you want to live? I come across so many people who are not living the life they would like to live. They are doing things like working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, trying to manage their lives as well as commuting and so on. They are not happy. And in fact, Gallup poll says 85% of people in the workplace are very unhappy and very dissatisfied with their 9 to 5 grind. So there are many aspects here that I cover in the 13 event series. And as I said before, we're on event 3. So please think about what kind of life you would like to lead in the future. And also think about how you are unique. Now, you know, we are conditioned to think that we're just like everybody else. But it's absolutely not true. And that's nothing that I'm imagining. That's science. No two beings or organisms are identical. Even identical twins are not identical. So please, for a moment, think about your uniqueness. You know, you have a different perspective to everybody else in the world, completely different. Your mind works in a completely different way. You have different aspirations. You have different experience, totally different experience to everyone else. You have a different skill set. You have different spirit, a different heart. So all of these things I'm going to touch on in my presentation in a moment. But I just wanted you to have a moment to think about those things. So now I'm going to share my screen with you and I'll get started with my presentation today for event 3. Okay, and if you just give me a moment, I will crank up my presentation. And I'm really sorry to say I can't do this through Google Chrome because my computer's too old, apparently. Okay, so let's get started. This is my presentation for event 3 of the 13 event series, Escape the 9 to 5 Grind, Financial Mastery with the anti-9 to 5 income plan. So as I've just mentioned, yeah, you may think that you're just like everyone else. But this is really a conspiracy. And I'm going to explain why in a moment. If you haven't attended these events before, then I should just bring you up to speed on event 1, which was all about how to break the 9 to 5 chains. And as I mentioned, many people are unhappy. And I too retired from public 9 to 5 grind 2 years ago. And you can read more about my story in the startup guide, which I'll be showing you at the end of this short presentation. So if you have any questions, don't worry, the startup guide will provide all the answers, I think. And of course, at the end, there'll be a little time for Q&A if you have any. Event 2 was called The Ancient Little Known Secret of Getting Everything You Want in Life. And it was essentially about gratitude and happiness. Many research projects are underway at the moment to measure happiness. And apparently the big researchers like Harvard Business and Gallup and the other big companies are saying that more than 25% improvement in your happiness level is possible if you are grateful, if you have gratitude. And I talked last week about what gratitude is. And it is not just saying thank you. It's about a deep emotional thankfulness for who you are, for your existence, for your comfortable existence, for the conveniences in your life. Most people in developed world, most people watching this video have a really comfortable and convenient life. So we have so much to be grateful for. So real gratitude is something very deep in the spirit. And I can talk to you more about that in future weeks or in the workshops. We have workshops accompanying each of these events. So just moving on. So today then, we should really know the truth about 9 to 5 hourly paid work. Maybe that's what you do. And maybe you feel resentful. And frankly, you are worth much more than an hourly rate. Okay. So we need to think outside that box, because if you follow this training, and if you listen to my words deeply, then I can show you how to revalue your talents, your skills, your uniqueness. And also rekindling your gratitude will increase your happiness. So one of the goals of this series of events, and this program of work, is to elevate your gratitude to make you happier. So yes, please think about that question too. Are you truly happy now? And we'll be talking about that more very soon too. So today, event 3 then is about your uniqueness. Now, maybe you've never thought about this, but it is true that you are a unique being. Your DNA is unique. If you watch police movies, you can see that. We can now prove crimes because we can collect DNA and get very accurate about who that person is, exactly who the criminal is. Okay, so your DNA is scientific. And also you have your ancestral line. So your ancestors, long line going back through hundreds and thousands of years, have established your spirit, your type, if you like. I'll talk more about that in a moment. So we are, each of us, individuals. We have different skill sets, as I mentioned, different talents, which we may have been conditioned to think are not talents by social voices and the weight of social expectations. We have completely unique perspective. And if you just talk to a different group, to a group of different individuals, you can see that. You can get people, pick up different things in discussions, different priorities. Also, we have different passions and different predilections. We feel passionate about things. We may not know why, but it could be your DNA, it could be your ancestral line. And if you look back, you may find you have a distant relative who has your similar passion. We have different energy levels. Some people have high energy, medium, low, depending on your state of health, blah, blah, blah. We have different spirits and we have different hearts. So some people's hearts are closed, some people's hearts are wide open, some are a little bit open. And we can go on and talk about that in a moment. Now, the conspiracy that I referred to in the title of this event is this one. We can see this powerful image here of bureaucrats sitting behind their desks. And in fact, this started with the British Empire. I'm British, so I'm afraid Queen Victoria is to blame for this, because we have these serried ranks of people administering the British Empire 300 years ago. And this style has carried on into office life, into organizations, hierarchies that we find in every aspect of life. Education, you know, I've been a teacher all my life, but every time I teach, I completely reorganize the desks and chairs to make sure they are not in rows. A circle is the best arrangement for my way of teaching. So yeah, we fall into this conspiracy of thinking we need to show we're working by sitting behind a desk, by following the rules, etc. But it's not true, and it's all coming to an end. The traditional workplace is starting to collapse with AI. 400,000 jobs will be given over to AI very soon, before 2030, perhaps. And so we are, you know, we have to prepare for this. Your job is not secure. We have to look for alternative ways of making a living. Okay, moving on. Now, really, the core idea of this event is that this quotation, this is a quotation, I'll just read it to you. Every sentient being is a vital stitch in the tapestry of all life. Okay, now the word sentient you may not be very familiar with. It's actually a very old-fashioned word now, but it means sensing, you know, a being that can sense. So an animal, a mammal. Science differs about which species of the animal kingdom can sense, but really we're talking about human beings and primates too. We're talking about monkeys and apes and so on. Now, where did this quotation come from? Yeah, the reason I hesitate to say it's a quotation is that I got these words from the leader of an Australian Aboriginal tribe called Ninja, who I was living with at the time in the middle of the South Australian desert. I was part of a project to help to move these elderly, quite sick Aboriginals from the Australian white settlement that had been built, and children as well, young children, to assist them to walk back into their traditional life in the very center of Australia. And I got to know these people really well, though they didn't speak English. So I needed to have a translator. They spoke a very ancient language. Pitjantjatjara is the language. Anyway, finally, I came up with this translation. And one day I asked Ninja, how do you see human life? How do you see all life on planet Earth? This is what she said. Every sentient being is a vital stitch in the tapestry of all life. And you can see I've created this image here to demonstrate that, yeah, we are all important to this tapestry. Now, unfortunately, because of social voices, because of conditioning, because of cultural pressures and so on, maybe your stitch is faded. Maybe it's broken. Maybe it's shrunken away. Maybe it's missing altogether. And my Aboriginal leader said to me, yeah, modern people who have moved into convenient comfortable lives in so-called developed civilizations, they've lost touch with their stitch. They've lost touch with their true nature. They've lost touch with their real identity. So, quotations which really make you think. I hope you like this image because, as you know, and as I've mentioned before, I'm a Buddhist. I've been a Buddhist most of my life. In fact, I'm a Buddhist priest. Don't be scared, it's all right. But I'm ordained as a Buddhist priest in Japan. And this is a really Buddhist image that I created to bring you to a sense of your true nature, your true spirit. It may be covered over with layers and layers and layers of social conditioning, expectations from outside. You know, there is so much pressure in society to conform, to achieve, you know, and this is what drives the 9-to-5 grind as well. So this is when we can think back to the image of the conspiracy of 9-to-5 grind. People have to work hard sitting at a desk every day to get their salary, their hourly rate. Now I'm talking about something very different with my Aboriginal insights, with my Buddhist background. And I want to go back to these quotations. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you really are. This is Carl Jung, the famous psychologist and innovator. Yeah, it's a privilege to become who you really are instead of what people think you are. And then also my hero, Ayn Rand, said, every man, every human is an end in himself, not a means to an end of others. He or she must live for his or her own sake. Okay, just moving on. So on the Escape the 9-to-5 Grind campaign, you have an opportunity to embody your true nature. I'm bringing together all my skills, all my experience to help you do that. And I'm quite passionate about you embracing your individuality, escaping the grind, and joining us in creating a future where your uniqueness shines. Yeah, you will have an opportunity to step out of your secondhand life, perhaps empowering other people, always thinking of others and neglecting yourself, into the brilliant limelight of your first-hand life. Today, we can get started straight away. Now, just coming back to you. Hi, JJ. Thank you so much for coming. So today then, we've gone through the ideas that you are unique. You have some very special skills. Let's just talk to JJ. JJ, can you open your microphone? JJ, you are unique. I know you, and I know how unique you are. Do you appreciate your uniqueness?
Definitely, I do. I do. I feel fortunate each and every day that um I'm allowed to live life the way I can and the way I am. I'm very fortunate. So waking up every day with humility and gratitude, that helps me to feel unique.
Great, that's so good to hear. And, you know, are you using your unique skills and your unique perspective in your life now?
I think I am, right now, mostly for my family, immediate family, like say my wife and I, then maybe my children and us, and a lot of times with my siblings, we're very close. But I think that try to be able to shine my light when I can.
Yeah, I know you do. And what about in your work? Because you, like me, have escaped the 9-to-5 grind, more or
Hmm.
less. haven't you? Tell us about that.
Actually, yes, I'm pretty much semi-retired, so to say. I don't go to work 5 days a week. I pretty much work part-time at a job. It's like instead of work 5 days and off two, I work 2 days and I'm off five. So I have more time for myself to pursue my
Sorry.
marketing efforts, and also to be able to get projects done at home because I have more time to continue and finish projects that I start. So
Right. So actually you're a marketer.
yes, basically marketing. I'm sharing what I have ability to market, and so it's just a matter of fine tuning my skills now. Yeah.
Great. So it's really exciting that you've made that jump, that you've kind of leapt across
Yes.
the gap to put all your energy into your own business online,
Yes.
and to crack the code of how to make a really excellent living from being online. Well, it's wonderful to have you here because you will inspire so many people who are watching this recording, I'm sure. So we have both done this. I did it 2 years ago when I retired,
Yep.
and you've done it. You're almost over the gap, and you'll be soon a full-time marketer. I know.
Yep.
So that's really wonderful. Thank you. And so, yeah, for everybody else watching, I'd like to just share my screen again because I want to tell you a little bit more about how these events work and how you can get so much out of them. It's not just a weekly event at all. There is a lot of other nourishment you can get to help you to make the leap that JJ and I have made, to escape the 9-to-5 chains, to see a very different kind of life opening up. So let me just share my screen once more. And I will just close down my presentation. I can. Let's just get rid of that. Okay, let's just get rid of that presentation. Sorry, my computer is so old that I can't get the software to to have a Chrome extension for PowerPoint yet. To get a new computer soon. Okay, now let me show you the Escape the 9-to-5 Grind flipbook. This will be yours from now on. It's my free gift to you for joining the event. And really, this is a kind of startup guide, and it contains everything that you need to know. So I'd just like to go through it briefly with you. There's quite a lot about me here, which I have presented in earlier events, but I don't want to bore you in this event. So I've written more about myself here. And here are the 7 ways in which these events can transform you. And I'll go through each of these now. So first of all, in section 2, you've got my journey. And JJ, I've expanded this quite a lot since you last saw it.
Yeah.
So there's quite a lot to read about me there. And this is where I mentioned the tapestry of all life, which I mentioned today. And then we get an overview, and here you can see you can join the event here. All the links are live. You can also join one of 2 workshops for each event topic. So there's an event workshop on Friday. So if you can't make the event, you could turn up for that workshop. And I've designed these workshops to be compatible with other time zones, because on LinkedIn, British summertime dominates everything, which I don't think is fair. So these will encompass and embrace Australasians, the whole of the American continent, and other countries too, Mexico and so on. And so here on this page, page 12, you can see the event list, and you see we're in event 3 this week. And next week, we're going to be talking about goal setting. So once you've escaped the 9 to 5 chains and you've got your uniqueness in your sights, then I'm going to teach you how to make really good goals, both personal goals for your transformation and also professional goals for your business. So please, at your leisure, look at those events. Then we move on. This is the natural outcome if you attend or you view all 13 events. You'll be able to make a transformation and move on to financial mastery, which is a 5-video series of trainings made by the illustrious Michael Chaney, multimillionaire and master marketer. So he is my partner in this endeavor, and he gives 5 amazing videos to help you make the next step, which is to get a good perspective on your finance. And that's his real thing. I'm covering the mindset, the spiritual, the philosophical, the psychological, but he's going to be the master of the financial aspects of this transformation. Also, I've created an interactive live ebook. Maybe you've never heard of live ebooks before, but this document, it's about 130 pages long now. I add to it right now. So after today's event, I'll be adding videos, I'll be adding more things to stimulate you. But this follows the events very closely, and it's updated every week with videos, with text, with all sorts of things to stimulate you. And you can buy that here. It's $9.95, and this link will take you through to the cart to buy it. It's an excellent publication, which is live. You remember that. So you'll be able to keep in touch with me all the time. It also offers you the page to self-reflect. So there are workbook pages in it where you can type in your feelings, etc., and keep track of how your transformation is working. Also, I've created a 6-step blended learning series to help you to create your first digital venture, which is to launch a website from scratch. Yeah, this is contains videos and text and all sorts of challenges and so on. And this is free. So you can access this here if you want to start it. And I will be guiding you and helping you set up the website with the best platform I know to do that. Okay, so please look closely at that. And these are the 6 steps. So you can see you learn a lot about marketing along the way and how to arrange your website and create it. This is a little advertisement for the workshops, which I just mentioned. More detail here. And if you feel you need one-to-one help, then I am a qualified coach. I've been teaching for years, and I can certainly help you progress very quickly if you would like me to. Then, as I mentioned before, step 9 is the financial mastery course, and I've put the detail here of each of the videos. And if you read this carefully, you'll see Michael Chaney will take you through all aspects of the financial side of creating your business. Section 10 is an invitation to become Michael Chaney's Millionaire's Apprentice. I am a Millionaire's Apprentice, and so is JJ. And we study with him. He mentors us. He is an amazing teacher. He provides training like you could not imagine. He's making training all the time, new training to help us. It's a wonderful experience to join his school. So it's called Millionaire's Apprentice School. And if you follow these steps, and if you do his 5 video training series, he may invite you to become an apprentice. There are not many places available, but you can impress him, I'm sure, if you follow all the steps in the training I'm offering. And then finally, yes, here's a little screenshot of what it's like in school. It's a great community. There are 600 of us now about, and you can see Michael's in touch with us nearly every day. We have classroom, we have many things. I'll be showing you videos of school later on. And you can see that actually JJ, who is present here, and me, Lyndon, we are at the top of school. We are the top students, so you're very lucky. No, it's great fun and it's a superb community. So I hope you'll have the aspiration to join us. And finally, I just made a summary of everything to get your head together, what to do next, and a little message to send you on your way. And these are the places you can contact me. My website, First Hand Life, will also help. It contains many articles about all of the things I've mentioned today. And yeah, finally, I'd like to show you that in the 8 months since I took the leap and escaped the 9-to-5 grind and became my own boss, I've created 4 websites from scratch. Jambala Wealth is a spiritual website. It's Buddhist, Tibetan Buddhist, but it shows you how you can use spiritual strategies to attract income and good health and good fortune. Millionaire Mindset Roadmap is more psychological. It's a track to move novice millionaires up the ladder like we are doing. First Hand Life is the site that accompanies this event series, full of articles about all of the things I mentioned. And then finally, Flourish Right Consult is a site dedicated to digital nomads and remote workers. I'm a remote worker. I'm sure JJ is mostly, and I've also been a digital nomad. I've traveled the world and I've worked online. So these 4 websites are available. If you click on the image, you'll go through to the website. And then finally, just the back page to show you that my motto is DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So you'll find everything in here. And I'll just briefly, very quickly show you the workbook. This is the workbook, which is live. If I can just turn a few pages for you. It's full of images and texts and self-reflection pages, inspirational things, videos, lots of videos, and so on. And this is updated every week after I've given you the event. Let me come back to you now. So yeah, we have to bring this event to a close now. We're out of time. But yes, if you have any questions, JJ, do you have any questions?
No, whatever I can, I'm gonna go and review your flip book.
Okay, great. Super.
Yeah, and I think I purchased your e-workbook also. So
yes,
I'm
you
gonna
did.
go and go see what the updated versions look like.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. So people listening out there, eventers, if you have any questions, you can always get in touch with me. You'll have the flip book now. You can reach me by email. You can get to me on LinkedIn. There are many ways you can reach me if you would like to know more before you make the leap. Event 4 next week is, as I mentioned, it's about goal setting. So please be sure to attend. We'll send you reminders. And after this event is over, you will get a copy of the recording. You may have to wait a little while we process it. You'll get the flip book, and you'll also have an opportunity to join next week's event. There are 13 events, so please look at the list, and if you can join some of them at least, please do. It would be great to have you. Okay, thanks so much for registering today, and yeah, good luck escaping the 9 to 5 grind. Thank you, and bye-bye.
So